Good evening. I'd like to call to order this regular meeting of the Board of Education. It is Monday, October 24th. It is, people keep calling me, 6:08 p.m. Let the record show that all board members are present except for Mr. McDonald. Would everyone please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. All right, board, before you have an agenda, can I get a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Ritter, Dr. Faley, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. All right, the agenda is approved. First on the agenda, we have recognitions. Dr. Glass.
It's hard to believe we're already into October, but we are pleased to recognize our October Terrific Tigers this month. These are students from each of our buildings that have been selected to receive this award based on their service to others, their leadership, and their scholarship. We also want to recognize the parents for all they do, so as we call each student forward, if the parents would stand to be recognized, we would appreciate it. And please take as many pictures as you wish.
Alma Charter Elementary, Sierra Hammond, third grade daughter of Lisa and Patrick Hammond. Sierra is a leader and positive role model for other students. She's very hardworking and displays an enthusiasm for learning and trying new things. She makes a sincere effort and works hard in class. Way to go, Sierra. We're so proud of you.
Can we get a picture with you? Awesome.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
The little stool's right over there to the right if you need it.
You want to step up on this so you can be
The
taller?
way you're out of them. There you go.
Blanchard Elementary, Caleb Schmidt, third grade son of Laura and Tim Schmidt. Caleb is a role model in the classroom and sets the standard high for his peers. Caleb is attentive in class, follows instructions immediately, takes pride in his work, is persistent on all tasks, and strives to do his best. Both inside and outside of the classroom, he's a true friend and kind-hearted to all those he encounters. Congratulations on such an amazing honor, Caleb. You deserve it. Clifford Elementary, Claire Boyer, fourth grade daughter of Danielle and Brian Boyer. Claire is an outstanding student. She's very respectful, kind, and considerate to her teachers and peers. She always tries her hardest and sets a great example on how to follow GER expectations in all areas. Claire is a great example of a Clifford Terrific Tiger. Franklin Elementary, Kyron Wheatley, second grade son of Amber White. All right, go on to Jefferson Elementary. Max Copsey, fourth grade son of Aaron Brady Copsey and Jason Copsey. Each day, Max puts his classmates before himself. He values his peers as special and unique individuals. Max does an excellent job of using good manners. He's a problem solver and is determined to learn something new every day. Max applies many life principles to his school day, especially those of integrity, respect, optimism, and humility. Central Middle School, Ashuman Bandiopati, fifth grade son of Shusharita and Asit Bandiopati. Ashuman is a roaring student who goes above and beyond in following the CMS roar expectations. He can always be found in the hallway, playground area, or in the classroom carrying a positive attitude. We love having Ashuman here at CMS. Ashuman, continue to roar. Terry W. Kitchen Junior High, Aubrey Bree Roth, seventh grade daughter of Andrea Roth. From the second Bree walked into class on the first day, she exuded an encouraging spirit of leadership that continues to be contagious. She engages in activities and experiences with an intentional attitude of willingness and positivity that makes her an example to other classmates on how to shine. Bree confronts everything with a great love of learning, all the while helping students around her. Central High School, Henry Rustin, 12th grade son of Martha and Mark Rustin. Central Academy, Manta Flinoid, 11th grade daughter of Veracanta Flinoid. Right. Tasia is a joy to have in class. She works diligently on her own and works to help her peers. Her work ethic, maturity, and sense of pride makes her one of the best students we have at Central Academy. She's a great model for others. Way to go, Tasia.
There's a page 2, Casey. I don't know if
Oh, there is. Sorry. Thank you, sir.
Oh, yeah, Sreeja here.
Oh, from September. Sreeja, are you here tonight?
Yeah.
All right, Central High School, 12th grade, daughter of Sushrita and Asita Bandiapati. Sreeja is a strong, honest student who humbly helps others as often as possible. She is naturally curious about everything. She always asks questions to foster a deeper understanding of content. Sreeja is always willing to help a classmate who is struggling. Congratulations, Sreeja. Central Academy, Tyshawn McIntosh.
Group photo. Here it is.
Alan, you want to line us up? Yes, I did.
See right here, like, you know, up here in the front, we'll line up taller people in the back.
You stand in front of me. Push it. Step over there.
Perfect. All right, everybody, big smiles this way. All the way.
Awesome. Great job.
Yeah, I was going down. I'm just going to thank everybody that participated. Yeah, I'm not. I wasn't. It's all on the same. I got some good feedback. Yeah. She was here. So. No, she's got it back. We always let everybody leave before the board president gives the report. My report is pretty simple, but I wanted to thank.
Hold on a second. Ms. Amendorfer, can you introduce a new staff member?
Oh,
Did we approve this?
Just information.
holy cow.
This is Ski.
Ski.
She is the newest employee at Clifford Elementary.
Welcome. Hey, Ski.
She has been doing amazing.
18 months old.
Well, she's stout. Wow.
Yep.
I was described that way as a kid, too.
I heard stories about when she takes her in the room and tells her she goes to go to work. Is that what you tell her? Go work?
Go work.
And she goes around to kids and she just knows like which ones need the
Pizza on my hand.
So we should give
attention.
you me first.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if that says
looks like
that.
we need That is awesome. I love it.
Well, we look forward to seeing the good work that Skeet does.
Our first fire drill. Pictures taken with the firemen and the fire truck.
Awesome.
Aw.
Who needs donations?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sorry to put you on the spot.
I thought you needed some love.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No, you're good. It's awesome. All right, so for my report, it's pretty simple, but I did want to take the opportunity to thank everyone that participated in the CSEP survey. Really excited about the results from that and to see the direction that helps us go in the next 5 years. So thank you for everybody for what you've done so far for that. Next up on the agenda is the superintendent's report.
I think we With that CSIP, we got over 800 surveys back. Isn't that right, Dr. Binion?
1,800 surveys
Yeah.
back.
Wow.
Yeah, just the ones that we sent out,
So that's,
not including the 1,200 in-house interviews.
Wow.
So we have a
good cross-section.
cross-section of
That's
data that we're going to
fantastic.
get. And they're working on getting kind of common themes, and then we'll all sit down and talk about those.
Awesome.
You guys can't hear out there?
Oh, I didn't have mine on. Sorry. We had 1,800. Thank you, Miss Talent. We had 1,800 surveys returned. That's students and community members and parents. So we're really excited about that. And then the EGL team interviewed almost 1,200 community members and staff members. So it's really exciting. We're going to have some great data to look out to move forward for the 5 years.
That's awesome.
Agreed. We're also excited to congratulate Megan Maxton and Maria Mijanjos, all right, for placing fourth at state in the doubles tennis tournament, the highest finish ever for Tigers doubles team in school history. Yeah, a round of applause for them. We are working on having them at our November board meeting. Varsity football is playing this Friday at home, hosting Melville and Districts. Get your tickets online this week as we kick off at 7 p.m. We're currently signing up for boys and girls in our district for intramural basketball. Parks and Rec's here to give you a little insight in that. Games start in January and will run until mid-March. Games will be played on Fridays and Saturdays. We're very excited to get this program going, as this is the first sport that is part of our new district-wide athletic program. Students of ours in grades 3 through 6, they will get to play for free. FBLA is hosting a blood drive at Cape Central High on Friday, November 4th from 7:30 to 1:30. You can sign up for your appointment to donate on the Red Cross app or the Red Cross website. Paul, can you give us an update on the soccer team real quick?
Yeah, so boys soccer will be coming. Central Boys Soccer will start districts on Saturday. We're hosting this year, so we'll have games along with 7 other teams in the district on Saturday at Cape Central. We're hoping to win on Saturday and play again on Tuesday night on the semifinals, and then Thursday night would be the finals. And so we're hoping to win all of them. We're hoping to win from here on out, so we'll see.
Amen. It's been a great fall for Tiger Athletics, and that's all I've got.
All right, thanks so much. How about for program evaluations?
Mr. Kraut?
Yes. So before you will see the facilities program evaluation. We were serving approximately 4,300 students. Cost of the program is roughly $5.9 million. And this ties into our previous CSIP, which is currently being renewed, but our current goals and objectives are listed below. Strengths of the program: we're continuously reviewing our facilities to ensure appropriate use and program offering are met by our facilities. Staff consistently evaluate needs and adjust accordingly. Our HVAC technicians continue to identify potential issues and communicate those with guidance of our technicians. It allows us to prepare for capital expenditures that would otherwise be unforeseen. Outsourcing HVAC maintenance or replacement has almost been eliminated. From time to time, we will have to call in somebody in. Usually that deals with if a gateway has been dropped and it has to be reconstructed. And what I mean by that is being able to communicate with our machines and how the drivers are operating and the efficiency of them. Our custodial staff members are trained in proper procedures and chemical use to provide clean, safe, and healthy environment. For example, Jefferson custodial staff just underwent some training last Friday. We continue to use the latest equipment and techniques to best utilize our cleaning costs, as well as ensuring the cleanliness learning environments possible. We even look at the thickness of our trash liners. You know, I mean, there's a difference between a 4 mil, 6 mil, and an 8 mil, and the cost that we can save the district in using the appropriate size of liners and our receptacles, just to kind of give you an idea. Staff, we're able to complete several high skill projects. We have made a shift that was started by my predecessor, Dr. Glass, but we continue this today where we hire specific tradespeople for those. So we have certified plumbers and certified electricians and so on and so forth. So, you know, that again, in the long run, that saves our dollars as a district. Concerns as maintaining attractive level of grounds during mowing season. If you recall, if you've been with us for a while, we lost the use of a outside agency that we had for many years due to their staffing. And so we have a concern there, and we utilize a lot of our own staff that will work after hours or on weekends or even during the summer as summer jobs to help keep up. We have been fortunate with the last 6 to 8 weeks with being in a drought that mowing has not been very important. So in years past, though, it has been. Another concern, response to emergent calls can lead to a delay in routine maintenance of items. You know, there are times where things happen. You know, a toilet backs up or, you know, whatever it may be. And so routine maintenance we'll have to put on hold so we can rally to whatever's taking place at that time, especially if it's kitchen equipment that we have to look at, you know, may set things back. So we still look at the most efficient way to do a work order system, and the system that we have will place out levels of care that need to take place and help disseminate that out to our staff. So we're doing the best that we can to meet those needs. Another concern is as advances in technology continue to take place with our complex operating systems, ensuring that our staff have proper training in operating and repair knowledge. So we do send our staff on professional development quite a bit, just like our teachers and our paras and our nurses and our administrators. We send them out for trainings as well too, so that they can gain that knowledge. Our goals are still to maintain clean, safe, and reliable facilities and update equipment replacement schedules, and then continue to upgrade electrical system, lights, HVAC through grants that'll operate on lower utilities. But the latest grants out right now are upgrades to certain light fixtures with LED components that Ameren's running, and it's 75 cents on the dollar. So when we can utilize those, we will certainly do so. Am I missing? Good, okay. Any questions?
Great report. No questions? Thank you. Next up, academic services report.
I don't have them attached into our file online, but I just wanted to take a second to kind of highlight some of the great work going on across the district right now in regard to our teachers specialist support. We have 3 of those as part of our teacher retention grant funds that came into the district, where we have 3 part-time employees that are servicing all the different levels of first and second year new teachers across the district. And we're utilizing KickUp to do that as a platform where they use coaching logs to give feedback and kind of help us plan out future PD activities and things across the district. Right now, they've logged just between the start of the school year through October 238 hours of coaching logs with our new staff members. They focus on 3 main areas. So what type of specialist support? The number one focus for that has been new teacher goal setting in the classroom. They have a focus area. The focus area for first and second year teachers has been relationship development with students. And then the teaching framework alignment has been creating an environment of respect and rapport within students and staff. And just kind of piggybacking off that, on November 3rd, we will also host our first ever Educators Connect event at Dogwood Social House. And that will also be funded through teacher retention grant funds to provide food, games, all kinds of different opportunities for them to connect in a way that's outside the school buildings. And we're going to have CMO's staff there, enhancing that relationship we have with them, both teacher ed students and university professors. Have our first and second year teachers there, and then all the mentors from across the district.
You getting good feedback from new teachers?
Yeah, we're getting great feedback, especially in regard to the teacher support specialist position. Yeah. They love the fact that somebody coming in and out of their classroom, checking in on them, making sure they have all those things you need. There's so many things your first year teaching, you don't know you need it until you need it type of deal, right? And it's nice to have a person that comes in and make sure they can help you out wherever it's needed. That's awesome. It.
Very good. Thank you. Next up, our instructional technology update.
Happy October, everybody. Let's see. Can't really see if I'm clicking on the screen or not. All right. So through a couple of grants, we were able to get last year a classroom set of Oculus Quest 2s. And due to some technical difficulty, it wasn't until this year we were able to use them. And so Facebook made some changes, and we were able to get in and use them. And we're super excited. CMS just received theirs like Wednesday or Thursday, and so we're about to get ready to roll those out and have the students try those out. And then I've got another set that we're prepping right now to go out to Jefferson, and those are going to be used for lots of different things. One of the big ones is still the being able to go anywhere in the world, see 360 views of places in the world. And then there's other tools that are up and coming, like Tilt Brush. You can do art projects or build different things in 3D space and keep those things. And then we also have some other cool tools that allow them to kind of take things apart and play with those, and so see how things work. And so really excited about that coming up. And then this last week, we had our first, here in the last 3 years, due to COVID, our first cohort. And we had teachers from elementary came in, and we started off with the book Make It Stick. I don't know if you guys have ever read that, but it's a great book that kind of takes some of the things that are newer research when it comes to learning and education, and puts them all in one place. And we've been already using some of that research, and so this book kind of pulled it all together. And so within like a month, the teachers read it, and we had a great discussion, and it was a great way to kick off our next cohort. And then later on this week, they're going to start their first PD module, and that's going to be based around utilizing some visual tools. So learning Adobe Essentials and Canva to create video and different graphic organizers and things like that for their class. And then finally, Tina and I this last week attended Mornet Conference, which is always good. We get to talk with everybody else in the district. A lot of it was I don't know if you guys know this or not, but a lot of schools are losing their student information system, and so a lot of them are switching over to what we have. So they had lots of questions for school districts like us in Columbia, Jefferson City. So we got to share a lot as well as learn a lot at Mornet. And then this Wednesday we are hosting kind of the area ed tech coaches and tech directors and things like that. Small schools, they wear 3 or 4 hats, and as well as teaching the classroom. And we're going to all meet upstairs here. There's usually about 30 or 40 of us, and again share with each other. And so that's what's going on with instructional tech this month. You guys have any questions?
No. Thank you very much.
All right.
Guess you can go to the next one.
I am. Treasury report. Beginning fund balance September 1st. We got $13.3 million. We have an ending fund balance in our general fund of $10.7 million. We've got cash investment detail totaling up $21.6 million, roughly $21.7 million. In the past, September was always when we started talking about tax anticipation note. We're in a very good place right now as a district that we have a healthy fund balance, and a tax anticipation note is not necessary. So really good, and feel like we can weather a few storms if we have to.
Thank you. Any questions for Dr. Glass?
The audit will be done for November board meeting as well.
Okay.
CTA?
CTA, do you have a report?
Come on down.
Sorry.
Was that not?
I must have missed getting it posted.
Oh, okay.
I don't have a whole lot. I just have our shout outs. From Elmer Schroeder, Miss Jeannie, the custodian, for decorating the cafe hallway for fall. The Climate and Culture Committee for planning fun school-wide events such as Book Character Day. Miss Heather Randall for doing mingling with Maggie every day. That's their therapy dog. Coach Amy Camp and Miss Rebecca Gentry for getting 3 R's in choir back into Schroeder. Coach Amy Camp for all that she has done to organize the intramural program at Schroeder. Tyson Moyers for organizing the CHS student athletes visiting Schroeder. At Blanchard, Sherry Meyer for being so on top of everything and helping in so many ways with a smile. Shannon Clubb for leading our social committee. Renee Shackles and Ronnie Chapman for their hard work in cleaning the school. At Central Office, Miss Kristen Talent for working tirelessly to share all the great things our students and staff are doing. At Central Academy, Robin McKinley took our JAG students to volunteer at the food bank, and they packed over 150 boxes. At Clippard, Miss Emmendorfer and Miss Nelson, one of our teachers, went to a week-long training to get Ski, our support dog that you guys met, and she's been super fun. We're really excited to have her. At the Early Childhood Center, Ashton Doran for taking on her new position as psych examiner in such a flawless manner. She does 100% for students, families, and staff. She is always available to help and answer questions in a kind and compassionate manner. She also makes excellent cookies and cinnamon rolls. At the high school, congratulations to the choir director, Jake White, on a successful first CHS choir concert. At the junior high, Tracy Thomas for transporting the orange carpet from CHS to CJHS for our school dance. He goes above and beyond to keep our school clean and welcoming. Mr. Matt Miller for painting our basketball court just because. Betty Crenshaw for taking her own time to provide extra support and time to students in need. She has helped students complete and turn in many assignments. Michael Harrer, Matt Hamlet, and Josh Lamar for going out of their way to provide extra supervision in areas of need on a regular basis. Jess Kempis and Emily Smith for providing a ton of extra training and support and time to new staff members in our math and ELA departments. Ms. Haley Russell for jumping into administration with both feet, being solution-oriented and sharing a great attitude on a daily basis. Olivia Carter for creating a new girls group. Kelly Bright for going above and beyond, and Laura Green for providing many hours of extra time and support to new teachers. And we're looking forward to our next member meeting this coming Wednesday next week, and then we'll have our convention at the end of November. So that's all we really have. Any questions for me? All right, thank you guys.
Thanks, Ellen.
Thank you. All right, do we have a support services report?
So we just heard earlier for our facilities, just to give you an update with nutrition services. We got the email last Friday, Crispitos are back.
Yay!
Want to make sure that's in the paper.
That's the best.
We got the notification by our vendors last Friday, so we'll start rolling those back out as soon as we get those in. We've lined up our SROs to meet the truck at the interstate to get them secured in our facility before we get those out to the buildings. In all seriousness, though, our admin review is coming up. That'll begin with November 15th, and they'll be here for several days with us. That's where DESE and USDA comes on site, and we welcome that oversight. Just so if there's something that we need to focus attention on, we'll be able to do so. Our procurement review, that went well. Everything was uploaded. That may be a couple of months before we hear back, though, how that goes. So when we get all those words back, then we will let you know. Other than that, I have nothing else to update you on unless you have any questions, concerns, or comments.
All right, thank you so much. Next up, we have the district-wide athletics report.
Good evening.
Good evening.
So I've got a few things to add to Dr. Glass's congratulatory messages and Paul's as well. We are, like they said, we are hosting both district football on Friday and district soccer on Saturday. So those start this week. We also have cross country running in their district competition on Saturday, and then their state competitions the following Friday. Then our boys swimming and diving will compete at state on November 11th and 12th. Currently, we have one boy with a qualifying time in a couple races, and then a relay that's pretty close. We don't know if they're going to quite make it to the state level. But fall season is wrapping up. I mean, all those seasons, softball, volleyball, golf, and tennis have all completed their seasons, and then those other four we've talked about tonight. At the junior high level, their fall seasons have completed as well, and girls basketball is well underway, while boys basketball and wrestling have started their practices this week and last. In the elementary and middle schools, our first fall baseball camp was a success with about 30 Cape Public School students, grades 2nd through 7th attending. We'll be looking for ways to grow this event in the future. Coach Leeser had special praise for his high school baseball players that helped run the camp, and we had a lot of positive feedback from parents that had attended. My first at the football game that night, one of them first said, "Hey, are we doing this for other things?" I said, "Yes, we are." It's just that they were really excited about the way it went with our high school students. We do start our basketball skills times next week in our elementaries and middle school, and recently we have visited our elementary schools with our volleyball and soccer teams. And we also took some soccer players and softball players to Lindsey Neal's classes, or all the kindergarten classes at Alma Schroeder today, and they were very appreciative. The kindergartners were wide-eyed and they loved it, so it was a lot of fun. Community-wise, the Recreation Division Manager of Cape Parks and Rec, Scott Williams, is here tonight with us to answer any questions you may have about our partnership with them. We're in the midst of implementing our plans for basketball. Sign-ups are currently underway. Cape Parks and Rec have adapted their leagues and some of their long-standing processes to accommodate our new venture. We see it as a benefit for both organizations, with hurdles along the way that we'll need to navigate. Both Scott and I are aware that there will be growing pains along the way, and some of the plans we currently have in place may need to adjust to fit unforeseen circumstances. Jamie's got the schedule for kind of our loose breakdown of what we're doing with Cape Parks and Rec. Those partnerships include the following seasons with our team sports in winter, boys and girls youth basketball, and our individual swimming in the future. We look to expand into individual sport of swimming sometime in the future once Jefferson Pool's done, and we can start looking at the way we want to do that. In the spring, boys and girls youth soccer, and our individual will be track and field. In the summer, boys baseball and girls softball, and then individual golf and tennis. And then in the coming fall, NFL flag football and youth volleyball, as well as cross country. These are the areas that we found we were able to match up with our intramural program and lead into those things that the Cape Parks and Rec have already been doing. So, if you have any questions for me or for Scott, that's why he's here. So, fire away.
My guess is, Tyson, you'll have more teams now in these leagues with this increased interest level coming from Cape Public Schools. Do we think we're going to have challenges getting enough coaches, and how we're going to fill some of those gaps?
Absolutely, that's one of our concerns. I mean, all across the board. I mean, you're talking about coaches, but also, I mean, within their process, they also have officials and things like that. So we're reaching out, and part of our final forms that we've sent out is, hey, are you interested in coaching? And then if we do have gaps in the coaches, I may be calling you for soccer. Yes. But we hopefully will be able to connect with those families that are going to be in the program and say, hey, are you interested? Guilt goes a long way. But also just knowing some of the kids and some of the teachers that, hey, do we know maybe possibly that we can grab that have either coached before or are looking to coach maybe even the younger ages? Can you speak to any of that?
Yeah, the coaching. We know the coaching is going to be an issue we look to find coaches every year. We've even used some of our part-time staff to fill the voids when we've done that. But it will be very important for the school system with these teams, with some of the coaching to come with it. Mm-hmm. It will help fill any gaps, but it'll be important to make sure they're organized and make sure they make the games and get out. That was probably one of our biggest fears when we switched from a draft system to team entry in all of our leagues. That's a big change. It's a huge change for us. Not losing kids that would have been drafted that may not be in the Cape Public School system, but if they do get organized as a team, who will be accountable for making sure they show up to hit their game so we don't have a bunch of forfeits? And that's still a concern, but we'll deal with that as we go.
Mm-hmm. Is there a chance to leverage SEMO to help fulfill some of those coaches.
Absolutely, and we've talked about adding those either through their teams, people, kids on their specific squads, through their coaching, through their coaches, and through their teams, and also through our teaching candidates, getting those kids into the classrooms earlier when they come. I mean, they know an avenue of getting a job as coaching. So that's one of the things that we're looking at to get that gap. Absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Scott, I just want to thank you for being open to this idea. I know it's a little kind of a paradigm shift here in our way of thinking, but we just really appreciate you taking the big leap of faith with us.
Well, I think it's important. I think the numbers that have been shared, 28% participation rate in some cases, that's not okay with us either. So we want to see all kids from the community, from every neighborhood, from every school, private or public, get a chance. So we just got to figure out a way with the team system. We don't lose kids that were drafted before. Make sure those teams. I know Tyson said that we find kids that aren't placed. We'll try to place them in the school areas, in the neighborhoods they would be. It's going to be a work in progress, and we're going to work each month to make sure to troubleshoot these problems. But we'll get there.
That's exciting.
Do it.
It's exciting.
Yeah. Yeah. Very much so. Thank you very much. All right, next up we have board reports. First is the MSBA delegates report. Do we have one?
Yeah, the only big thing is the MSBA conference is next week. Is that next week? Yeah, next week. So that's a really big piece. Hopefully we'll come out with a lot of good stuff from that.
Oh, yeah. Be a good time. All right, thanks. Next up, the legislative report.
Well, he always goes first, but I was going to talk about next week's MSBA delegate. I think we'll find out more about some of the things that are potentially coming down the pipe as far as legislative stuff in the state next week at the conference in Kansas City. So.
Great. All right, do we have a foundation report?
Yes.
It'll
be me.
Okay, you do it.
The foundation had an alumni event this past Thursday at Mary Jane's. They had over 50 alumni and supporters show up, so that's really positive. And they're planning to do that, I think, quarterly. So if you're alumni, pay attention to when those are and come hang out with people. Also, the Penguin Party. I know we keep talking about this, but mark your calendars, February 11th, awkward timing. And I don't remember the other band's name because my phone died. But it's a band out of Atlanta. And Amy sent me like a video of something that they played, and it looks like it's going to be a really fun band. So.
Awesome.
February 11th.
It's always a good time. All right. Thank you very much. All right, next on the agenda, we'll need a motion to approve the consent agenda items, which include minutes from the previous meeting on September 26th and payment of bills in the CTC MATCO grant proposal. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion or questions about those?
I'll need to recuse myself from this vote because there's a reimbursement for my husband on the payment of bills.
Okay. Let's noted that. All right. Then all those in favor of the consent agenda items, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Those are approved. Pretty short meeting really tonight. Is there any other information proposals from any other board members? Nope. If not, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. All right, we're adjourned. Thank you guys very much.